Starmer, chairman-elect, chairman acting, and hopefully in the future, chairman, who knows. But welcome back to the club. Obviously, you're no stranger to Kettering Town Football Club, having served under Peter Manager in years gone by. It must be great to be back working with everybody.
No, thanks, Paul. Really appreciate that. And it is fantastic to be back. It's gone quick, but yeah, it was 1999 when I joined the club, worked with Peter. Fantastic mentor for me, so always had that connection, and it was, the timing was right for me to come back, see if I can help. Obviously had quite a bit of experience in football since, perhaps more in an international academy field, but I hope that can be of benefit to the club.
Of course, when you first came, as you said to me earlier, it was a Wembley appearance straight away. It must have been like heaven.
It was pretty incredible first season, and I'm arranging, a trophy final at Wembley. It was.
Not everyone gets to do that. When I was secretary, nothing like that.
No, but it was. I learned a lot. It was pretty full on. I mean, we all remember the crowd we took that day, and. There wasn't many of us at the club, so but yeah, fantastic experience, and listen, I've always got very fond memories of my time there.
Because you went on to form or be part of Peter Manager's CV.com that went on to be great for younger players.
Yeah, it was how it all came about was you've got to remember this goes back to the year 2000. Websites were probably only just
infancy, weren't they?
Yeah, they were, and we were getting letters all the time from young lads saying, "Just want a trial." Wow, what are Man United and Liverpool getting? Let's put something together, a website with football and CVs, and from there it grew. And Rockingham Road has such fond memories with that because it was the first ever trials day was held. I think 60 of the pro clubs sent scouts. And Sky Sports came along. Of course, we're reasonably in their infancy.
They were, weren't they?
Yeah. And then we knew that, hang on, there's something in this. We've got to take it around the country.
Times have changed, though, tremendously since your time at Rockingham Road. We're at Lattimer Park now. It's almost sublimely ridiculous from owning our own ground. Well, almost owning our own ground at Rockingham Road. I know it was owned by Ben Pickering's family,
yes,
etc.
Yeah.
But we're not in the greatest place at the moment. Wonderful things have happened behind the scene. How was your involvement coming into this happen?
So obviously, I've always kept an eye on the club. Of course, I have. But
you're not great.
Well, I've certainly put on a bit of weight. But I think for me, it was the timing. So my sort of journey with so Football CV ended up becoming an international academy, and last year I oversaw quite a large relocation to an old school site in Leicestershire, and I thought that's completed the journey from me back to those Rockingham Road days, and it was the right time for me to then exit the business. So in effect, the last 12 months, whilst I've stayed involved in football, I felt for the first time ever been able to be a little bit more choosy. I was introduced to some of the guys here, Silvano, obviously I know people like Mick Cove from the past.
You got your help.
Yeah, and they said, Graham, there's some really good people here, but you've been involved in football. That could be really valuable to us. I said, well, you've got me at the right time. I have been really transparent. I've said, look, I can give a bit of time. I've still got other business interests that other people rely on me on for. But yeah, you've got me a good time, and I'm happy to come in an acting role. And I guess the reason I need to say that is Richie still owns the club. I know of Richie previously, always had a good relationship with him. I feel as if one of my main focuses needs to be on finding a new buyer that not only suits Richie, but I believe is good for the club. And I think that was important. I sort of came in almost and was the middleman almost, so to speak, to try and, yeah.
How's that progressing, if I can ask about a new buyer? I know fans want to know if that's...
Yeah, listen, I get it. I've only been, this is my 4th week. I know what it's like as a fan. You think, what's going on? it's probably ended up being 6-7 days a week that I've been doing.
Part-time,
And that was absolutely one of the main things. We had a really constructive meeting 2 weeks ago with Richie, former chairman, Dave Mahoney, and obviously the current management committee, and I felt that was really positive. And it's important that we are all on the same page with that, because if I can find a buyer who's looking from the out in, that's what they want to see. And I feel as if we've achieved that. I have had several conversations with different parties. It's not a quick one, this. That will require some patience, but yeah, it's progressing, but
it's one of the main problems that we don't know on the ground, I suppose, that might interfere with someone taking it on.
You can get, you get different types of investors. Some will look at the facilities and the long term, and some may be put off because they want to buy the land, and that obviously isn't an option. You will also get some that, are happy for it to be almost be like what I'd call like a portfolio investment. So because of my international experience, you particularly might get an international investor that's good for their business, that they own a club. But also could be happy for us to carry on and manage their investment for them. So there's all sorts of scenarios, and then obviously, you may get local people that now think, right, I'm in a position that I could take the club on. So it's been varied. The talks I've had have been local and international so far.
So do you feel there's exciting times to come for the club?
I'd like to think so. It's I think that would be, if we can find the right one, it'd be really, very important and potentially exciting for the club. Yeah.
We're here against Royston today. It's not been a particularly good week for Kettering, losing on Tuesday night. Amazed the game's on today against Royston. Vital that we win today. It also boosts the profile of the club winning games, which must be better for investors and yourself as the chairman when you're promoting the club. Absolutely.
I've only been here since the St Ives Trophy game. So the first one was away at Chesterfield. I think we have to take that as a bit of a one-off.
Great day though, wasn't it?
It was a great day, and I have to say that was classy club on and off the pitch.
Definitely.
I've seen quite a bit of League One, League Two football in previous years, so I've seen some of their players they had was like, wow. Also, they were fantastic off the pitch, and clubs like that, sort of, if we can help you in any way, and I think that's important. That's part of my role too. This is what I've always done: talk to people in football, because you just don't know what connection you might get that can help us. Then we go and win a couple of away games. Defeats at home. Look, we're all home record's massive. We all know that. It's probably the majority of the fans see it, and that needs to improve.
We'll end up with a quick message to the fans that you can give them a bit of hope and glory. And
yeah, there's a lot to be done. I've got some very good ideas on how we can stabilise the club off the pitch as well as on it. I still think there's some great opportunity to generate more commercial sort of revenue. Myself, along with some of the others, got some good ideas on that. There's a great team here. I have to say I was really impressed when I met everyone on the management committee. Some I knew, some I didn't. I was really impressed. And look, I've always been aware of what a great fan base and passionate people we have here. So yeah, I am working on a lot. I guess anyone in my role would always say, just bear with us. Need a bit of patience, because you don't want to rush into things just for the sake of it. You want them to be the right decisions. Yeah.
Okay, Graham, thank you very much for your time. I know you rushed to get here from the game being out, being on. But
yeah.
Thank you for your time. Thank you, and great to be back.
Brilliant. Cheers, Paul. Brilliant.